Coming right up, the Hornets taking on the Thunder. For Charlotte, it's been a disappointing first half of the season. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. They've got Pat Connaughton. Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Diabate in at the center, blocking down the middle. MP against Sexton. Knocks it down from distance.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
A nice shot by MP.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Doris, from the 11th pick in 2018, the last year's league MVP. How did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make that kind of leap?
Well, you don't get there without incredible work habits. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts time in the offseason to grow every single aspect of his game. There's also maturity he plays with beyond his years. You can't speed him up. He's a 3-level scorer, and he contributes to one of the most dangerous defenses in the league.
Buries it from 3. MP's got 9. The Hornets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Sexton. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And no good. Good work defensively by Dort. MP looking around. From outside, off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ball outside. Pass to Sexton. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Wow, what a finish at the rim by Grant Williams. I didn't know he had that in his game, fellas.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Phoenix was outstanding. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays. Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
And Grant, the Hornets, as of last season, with a new front office, trying to evaluate their young talent.
Yeah, tough to do when you have so many injuries. 36 different lineups last season. They need help to assess and to develop.
So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Williams has checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for SGA. Charlotte also making some changes. Salon comes in for Williams. And Knippel subbed in for Connaughton. To the inside, Knippel. An easy 2 on the layup.
And a nice play by Knippel. He knows where to get his points.
MP way outside. Diabate grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
They just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. They didn't shoot it well and also didn't get the best of looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Fires for 3. And the ball out of play. The Thunder will have it. Look for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Wiggins. MP comes in for Caruso. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Joe. On the court for the Hornets. Grant Williams out there with Pat Connaughton. Then it's Ball. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot.
Boy, Spencer Dinwiddie, it's a rare opportunity in the mid-range, but he's got the kind of touch necessary to make it.
MP drills the 3.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Thunder leading by 7. The 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Diabate. To the middle. Here's Williams. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Power move from MP.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The 3 from Ball. And the 3-pointer goes. Ball's got 5 points.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
MP getting it done inside.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Guys?
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. From deep, MP nails it from beyond the arc. MP's got 13 points in this quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
On the wing, Connaughton tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oklahoma City leading by 10. MP outside. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Nails it from 3.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Ball outworks the contact inside.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
And here's MP from outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Thunder. He was money from deep, sinking 5 triples in the period. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
All right, next, let's look at some of the possible entrants into this year's dunk contest.
You know me, I'm a stickler for rating these competitions. If I've seen your dunk before, bad score.
Wow, you're a tough judge for a guy who never participated in the event.
I always wanted to watch it.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game. But the efficiency is at an all-time high.
Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's MP in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Dort. Back to MP. Off target with a jump hook.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Down low. Here's Diabate. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Fires the 3. MP shot is off.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Here's Williams. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Williams has got 9.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right...
Yet another bucket.
Well, he's gone up to 40 as he continues to just dominate opponents all season long.
And we knew he had a shot at it tonight. He is now tied for 3rd for the most 40-point games in a season.
Alongside Michael Jordan, they've both reached that mark 37 times in a single season. Extraordinary. 12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Ball outside. To the inside. Pass to Connaughton. They set the screen. The kick out to Ball. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And another basket for Charlotte.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
And here's MP from outside. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Sexton against Dort. Sexton passes to Williams. Williams knocks down the 3.
This is who Grant Williams has to be on the offensive end. Catch and shoot, yes, sir.
Pass to Hartenstein. And here's Holmgren. Fires from deep. Pure from 3-point range. He's got 12.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And the Hornets call time here. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Dort. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Charlotte. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Pass to Diabate. And here's Sexton. giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Dinwiddie finds Sexton. Williams from long range. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, Grant Williams worked hard to make himself an effective three-point shooter.
And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Outside, Williams. Inside, here's Connaughton. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And here's MP from outside. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Outside Sexton.
Who's watching here?
It's Williams, high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, you see Grant Williams showing off his intellect there. Right on target is that pass. Beautifully done.
23 seconds left in the third. And here's MP from outside.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot. And most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Connaughton. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Connaughton's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
A nice shot by MP.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And so it's Oklahoma City, ending the quarter up 10. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Dinwiddie with it. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with ball. Then it's Knipple. Then there's Josh Green. And it's Salon in at the 5. Thunder leading by 10. A nice shot by MP. MP's got 57 points.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
The 3 from Ball. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's MP from outside. Another one falls. Amazing. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Knipple. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. A deep 3 from MP. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Hornets trail by 18. Up top, Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Caruso. Ball. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Wiggins. Joe comes in for Wallace. And SGA subbed in for Caruso. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Diabate's checked in for Green.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Dinwiddie against SGA. The 3 from Ball. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 7 tonight. MP outside. Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Ball taking his time here. Count it. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Good. He hits again.
And I think some of us saw this coming, but now it's happened. He set the new all-time rookie record for points scored in a season.
This was a record that almost seemed unattainable, unfathomable. But here we are witnessing history in the making, and quite possibly the start of a career that's already showing the hallmark of a truly generational talent.
And you know, with all the hype leading up to MP getting drafted and joining the league, all the naysayers out there can now be silenced. MP has not only proven he's a quality talent, but an exceptional and elite level player. You have to compare his point production to not just MJ's rookie year, but Kareem's as well. And MP has now topped them all, including Wilt Chamberlain's mark of 2,707 points in his rookie season way back in 1960. I think we're witnessing the beginning of a legendary career, folks.
There's Ball with a 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 8 rebounds in the game. From deep, MP. And yes, another basket. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Out of bounds, it'll be Oklahoma City's ball. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Jang, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Joe's checked in for Dort. And it's Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Thunder.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
Outside, Williams to the paint. Here's Connaughton. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
From deep, MP. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
The 3 from Sexton. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, MP gets the 3 ball to go.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Ball against Caruso. Ball no good. And here's MP from outside. Off target. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, let's send it over courtside to Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. A $50 and a win, and I already know you'll say one doesn't mean much without the other. You really mean it, though? Isn't that what players have to say? What's the danger in admitting what anybody who's played at any level knows to be true? Scoring is fun.
Dom, if I get 30 rebounds and we lose, nobody wants to know how much fun I had. All they care about is the L we just took. Points are a big deal to a lot of people, and I get that. But if you get them in a loss, it takes the air right out the room. I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I really don't. That's just how it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Loud and clear, MP. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Dom. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. So long.
Beautiful in so many regions. Oh, Canada. I want to eat pie.
More chill around the house. Yeah, I remember how my dog was at that stage. Yeah. So, when's the last time you got your...
Hey. Boo.
So like just different shades of brown. That is so cool. Thank you.
Up next, the Jazz taking on the Thunder. For the Utah Jazz, they are on the road and looking to make a statement win against a top opponent. A win here could turn their season around, and it all happens next. Thunder, Jazz. Up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Nurkic. Then it's George. Then it's Collier. And it's Bailey in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's MP in at the 3, the small forward. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
Now, here's MP. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. That 3 off the mark. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. George passes to Nurkic. Nice ball movement by Utah. To the middle, George finds Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
A 3 from MP. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Filipowski. Now Bailey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's MP for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
MP showing you have to stay connected to him the moment he crosses half court.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Whoa, MP says, I got this. Answering the call with a triple.
Nurkic up top. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Bailey gets it to go on the assist by Nurkic. Bailey's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Jazz. Beyond the arc, MP again from deep. MP's got 12 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Collier. Here's Bailey. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Dort. George, no good. MP with it. George picks him up. The 3 from MP. And again, it's Oklahoma City with a 3.
MP looking solid from there.
Now, Nurkic. Here's Bailey. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And powering into the first week of the new year. Here's a brand new look at the power rankings. Taking a look at Minnesota. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top 3.
And right now, the Thunder, they are still holding on to that number 1 spot midway through the season. I really admire how consistent they've been continuing to play their brand of basketball.
MP, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the shot goes in. Nurkic has got his second basket.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skill probably better utilized inside. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to Nurkic. Over Hartenstein. Nurkic can't hit.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Collier. Scoreless thus far. Nurkic in the post. He's against Hartenstein. MP deciding where to go with it. For the 3. And again, it's Oklahoma City with a 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, George. Pass to Nurkic. Down low, here's Bailey. And they get it, and it's good on the layup. Bailey's got his 3rd basket of the night. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Rebounded by Bailey.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
The Thunder leading by 12. The 3 from MP. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Filipowski. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just look for Oklahoma City, MP's checked in for Alex Caruso. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Cason Wallace. Utah comes into this one after the win against Portland. So on the floor for Utah, we've got George. Filipowski's out there with Markkanen. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 slot. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 13. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. And Utah with a change here, too. Nurkic is checked in. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Here's Collier, still without a basket.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong. Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pass to Markkanen, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Markkanen's got 10 points.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Three-pointer, and MP with the basket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Collier. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And George kicks to Markkanen. And the three off target.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And here's MP for three. A rebound by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Jazz trail by 12. Outside, George to the paint. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can.
And another one falls.
Once again, he's hit the 40 mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he has moved into 3rd all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, Jordan was able to put up 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87, but that mark has been passed. What a special year.
MP has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He went on an aerial three-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. Back to the action in just a minute.
Hey, everybody. First off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points, Ernie, or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kenny?
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game, from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple,
Pineapple
there's
gravy.
orange.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's MP in at the small forward. And that's who Mark Daignault starts the second half with. Here's Bailey, and finished off by Bailey.
I like Bailey attacking the rim at that size.
The 3 from MP. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 7th assist here tonight. And finished off by Bailey.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play. When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
And that one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from three-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's 15 points for Ace Bailey.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. It's always exciting to see a player with the hot hand. Klay Thompson knows a little something about that, and he said it's that flow state that any great athlete or artist, entertainer, tries to get into. The one thing I learned is you can't force those great nights. You have to let them just happen. Kevin, back to you.
I can only imagine what it's like. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Bailey passes to Filipowski. The 3 from George. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. MP, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 10. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dort. No good off the front iron.
Familiar results for him. He can't get anything to go.
MP outside. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3 ball. MP's got 53.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Caruso's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Markkanen's checked in. Here's Nurkic. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Filipowski. Knocked away. Caruso with the steal. Markkanen against MP. No good on the triple. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Filipowski. Nurkic setting the pick for Bailey. Inside. puts the move on, and Nurkic lays it in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. MP comes in for Alex Caruso. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Wallace. Back to George. From outside the arc, another miss by Utah.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Filipowski. George out there with Collier. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Bailey, and it's small forward.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Here's Bailey. Now Nurkic. It's stolen by Hartenstein. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's just roasting the defense on the regular here. This thing special.
A monumental point total. And now he's tied for the most 60-point games in league history. And the shot will go down.
What hard. By MP, going through contact there and converting.
And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Nurkic against Hartenstein. Now Bailey. Nurkic in the post. He's defended by Hartenstein. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Markkanen from outside. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's MP for three. And again, it's Oklahoma City with a three.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive. Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really...
MP, a number of all-time NBA greats, made their mark right off the bat in year 1, but none have scored as many points in their rookie season as you have. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's special. This is important because it shows that I'm doing what it takes to be one of the greatest to ever do it. But as much as I put myself in this position, I gotta shout out my guys. They created this environment where I can thrive, you know what I mean? This is my record, but I'm representing for my teammates, the coaching staff, the scouting department, the front office, all of them. And I think together we're gonna do some really great things this year.
Can't wait, MP. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And we'll see you next time.